Hello, I'm Jared O'Dowd, and this is my project about the restoration of native prairie grasslands in North Texas. First, let's review some of the facts about native prairies and their importance to conservation in Texas. Prairie grasslands once covered 400,000 square miles of North America, which included large parts of Texas. Grasslands provided homes to over 7,000 species of plants and animals. With the decline in prairie grasslands, however, comes a drastic decline in bird species and native habitats. Conservation of prairie and grasslands will help host a variety of microbiotic and macrobiotic organisms. Prairies will help prevent flooding and drought. We live in Texas Post Oak Savannah region. It is the transition zone between the Blackland prairies to the west and piney woods to the east. Grazing County is in the northwest corner of the post oak savanna and is dominated by native bunch grasses with scattered post oaks. This area is home to white-tailed deer, and our area has managed a deer program. The changes to the land that have occurred over the last 100 or so years have dramatically altered the flora and fauna of the region. The once diverse wildlife communities that have occurred on the prairies and savannas have been reduced dramatically and continue to decline. Continued growth and urbanization within North Texas threatens our wildlife. However, private landowners provide the key to securing the future of wildlife in these regions. Now, why should we restore prairies? Texas is a vast state, and a great deal of the state was once covered by prairie grass. Much of the area of North Texas once hosted native grasses. Now plagued by drought and water rationing, all of these issues could be prevented if we could just restore our yards to native grasses. Native prairie restoration benefits range from increased water quality to greater diversity of wildlife. Not to mention it cuts down on water usage, as native grasses do not require watering. Grasses are the main part of a prairie since they are uniquely adapted for life in the open. Native prairie grass grows from its base, emerging from a bud at or just under the soil, where the sensitive growth tissues remain protected from the elements. In a period of extreme heat or cold, grasses become dormant. Roots of some native grass remain extended 10 to 15 feet in the soil and can extract moisture from the deep underground during dry periods. In the past, large herds of bisons ranged in the Texas prairies, where they would eat large quantities of grass and trample organic matter and then distribute seed into the disturbed soil. The grazing pressure was not continuous as the herds would move on, allowing the grassland to recover. Today, cattle ranching with rotational grazing and hay provide a similar restoration to prairie grasslands. Fire is an important element in both forming and maintaining the prairie. Since prairie plants involved with fire, their deep roots remain unharmed, and in a short time the plant will grow again. The ashes then act as fertilizer in the natural prairie ecosystems. Fire not only gets rid of accumulated thatch, it helps reduce woody plant invasion and stimulates the growth of many native grasses and wild flowers. Today, a prescribed burn is useful and necessary maintenance tool. Now, what can you do? Native prairie acts such as water filtration systems. The water quality improves as water is filtered through the prairie grasses rather than running off a stream, lake, or sewer. Pollutants are filtered out and local aquifers are recharged. An additional benefit is that soil is stabilized and erosion is reduced. So what can you do? Lady Bird Johnson helped all Texans appreciate the beauty of native Texas prairies by inspiring the Beautification Act of 1965, which is largely responsible for the native Texas wildflowers we enjoy today in the medians and alongside our Texas roads and highways. You can help with Texas prairie restoration by inspiring yourself to create a pocket prairie. Visit Native Texas Park at the George W. Bush Presidential Center and learn how you can design an ecosystem in your own yard or garden with input from Lady Bird Johnson Wildfire Center and several local native plant landscaping experts. And these are my references.